The next question is for Mr. Gascon, and it's about something that's been in the news this week. Mr. Hochman, who's sitting next to you, said that you should fire your chief of staff, whose name is Tiffiny Blacknell, and she has made some comments in the past about the LAPD, calling them barbarians, an occupying army, calling for the defunding of the police. Mr. Gascon, do you agree with those comments? If you don't agree with those comments, why did you promote her? And what do you say to critics of the way that you've managed this office?
Look, not only do I disagree, but frankly it's offensive to look at someone that spent over 20 years as a public servant in this community, a black woman, a black mother of 3 kids, one that will soon be driving as a 16-year-old, and the fact that she feels fearful that she has to have the talk with a 16-year-old because she's afraid that once he gets behind the wheel of a car, he may be mistaken for a criminal for no other reason than the fact that he happens to be black and that he may end up losing his life. I think that it's important that people that are in privileged places begin to understand and be sensitive to the different needs of our various communities. Ms. Blacknell is an incredible public servant. Ms. Blacknell has given her life to this community, and I think it's horribly offensive to simply wipe out the fact that as a black American, she has a very different experience than Mr. Hochman.
Mr. Hochman, your response.
It's not Ms. Blacknell's experience that I have issue with. It's her feelings about law enforcement that she has publicly said, Mr. Gascon. She has publicly said that law enforcement are barbarians. Mr. Michelson asked you to agree with that. I'm assuming you agree with that because you said you didn't take issue with it. She said that the police are an occupying force. She wore a T-shirt that said, and publicly posted this, the police are trained to kill us. Mr. Gascon, imagine a defense attorney goes in and he's cross-examining a police officer. And the defense attorney accuses that police officer of being a barbarian. And the prosecutor objects. And the answer for the defense attorney is, your chief of staff is my evidence for it. Because your chief of staff has publicly called the police barbarians. That's what I have an issue with. And if you couldn't find any one of the 900 deputy district attorneys to elevate to your chief of staff, other than someone with no prosecutorial experience, that is more a claim about your lack of leadership and your poor judgment than anything dealing with Tiffiny Blacknell.
You want a 30-second rebuttal to that?
Look, I think that Mr. Hochman is enjoying trying to touch on race in a way that I find extremely offensive. Ms. Blacknell has been a public servant for over 20 years. Ms. Blacknell not only spent 20 years in the public defender's office and tried many cases, including murder cases, which makes her a very qualified trial attorney, but she's been part of this administration for 3 years and has shown nothing but loyalty to the community and the safety of our community. And yes, I will stand behind her because I stand behind every community in Los Angeles, including the African American community.